You get taught to sell payments. Okay, you're saving this, you're saving that, you're saving that. That's what these people do. But as I progress through my career, I'm like, I don't need to really hose people. I want to do a service for them. And I want to educate them and do the things that I do. So I wanted to explain to you guys what you really need to look at. When you look at the rate, okay, you might say, wow, that rate is $299. It's the best in the whole country. Hey folks, Frio here. Today, here's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to pull the curtain back on VA loans. I've been doing this business for over 36 years. You realize that? I know a lot of secrets from these companies, and I didn't think I'd come out and really reveal some of these things, but I got to give kudos to this video here. Jennifer Beeston, she's a loan officer out in, I think, California. She's the #1 VA lender or the mortgage person in the whole country, and she kind of blew the lid on this not too long ago. So I thought I'd jump in, and today this is dedicated to my dad and actually my mother as well. Here's my mother and father. My mom just passed last week, and my dad was Veteran of the Year in 2019. I'm from a small town in West Virginia. It's one of the biggest, the county that I came from has the most veterans in foreign wars of any county in the whole country. It was kind of a cool fact I learned that day that my dad got that award. So this is to my dad. So thank you for doing what you did, and Mom, love you to pieces. So now let's get over to this thing. What I want to talk about today is VA loans, and here's what I want to do. I want to pull the curtain back on some things, because you probably think, okay, these companies out there, the veterans companies that are, for me, they're probably the best companies to go to. And so when you do research, and when you're in the business as long as I am, you kind of know how the tricks of the trade work. So Jennifer came out and said, you guys got to watch a lot of things. One is fees, because people get sold. Here's how our business works. You get taught to sell payments. Okay, you're saving this, you're saving that, you're saving that. That's what these people do. But as I progress through my career, I'm like, I don't need to really hose people. I want to do a service for them, and I want to educate them and do the things that I do. So I wanted to explain to you guys what you really need to look at, because when you look at the rate, okay, you might say, wow, that rate is $299. It's the best in the whole country. But I came from a company that they were charging many times. I would look at it, and there's like $20,000 in fees, and I'm like, I can't do this. So we parted ways. But then Jennifer came up with this, so I just want to go over what you guys should look for when you're getting a VA loan. What I did is I created this app, and it'll be launched actually today or tomorrow, and this is for you guys. Basically, what I wanted to do is just pull the numbers and pull everything, all the bias of people out of this thing, and say, okay, does this make sense? Does it make sense to refinance with your VA loan? Do I qualify for, what should I look for in this? So I'm going to show you how this app works in a second. But the biggest thing I want to focus in on is here's how most likely you're getting treated if you're getting a VA loan from a lot of these companies that you reach out to. So if you're Googling that, you probably go, okay, VA mortgage rates. Who's going to come up? Well, current mortgage rates with Navy Federal Credit Union. That's Navy Federal. Veterans United. They got to have your best interest in mind. USAA, Mortgage News Daily, PennyMac. So the top two they're always the same. Okay, but so you look into these, and are they the best places to go? So all I'm going to do is I'm not going to bash them. I want to let you guys know what to look forward to and what do you really qualify for. So here's the techniques that happen. You're looking to refinance or pull out some cash or something like that. So you go into it, and their job is to sell you that lowest payment they can make it and make the differentials look as sweet as they can. But then when they give you the final numbers, it's like, all that's built in. All that's built into your savings. Just keep moving. We got like 2 weeks to get this done. Trigger point. If they say they are representing the VA or VA assigned you to them or something like that, be careful. Okay, because VA doesn't assign you and say, okay, call this person for a loan. That's called steering, and you can't do that. So there's going to be a lot of things here that you really need to pay attention to. So watch the rate. If it seems too good to be true, it might be. Okay, number two, I'm going to show you where to go and look at these numbers, what the fees are and so forth. So the first thing I want to do is show you guys, what do you really qualify for? What programs are out there? You deserve these things. You earned it. So let's get over to this. Here's what I'm creating right now. This will be launched. I'm testing it in the background right now. And the reason for this is you guys, because I know what goes on behind the scenes, folks. So what I want to do is I want to be as transparent as I can all the way through the whole process. So here's what I'm creating right through here. You're going to go to this website, and it's going to say, okay, are you a veteran? What are you looking to do? All right, I have a VA loan, so you're most likely to refinance that, or maybe just pull out some cash or do some things. Or I'm looking to buy a house. Well, let's go down the avenue of, well, let's look at we're going to buy a house first. Okay, so let's go over here. We're going to go. I'm a veteran. Yes, I am. It's just going to ask you some questions, and it's going to really route you down a path to tell you exactly what you qualify for, probably what that payment's going to look like, what the rate might be, the real estate tax. It's going to drive you all the way down to almost exactly what your payment's going to be. So you're going to break this down through here. Have you used your VA benefits before? Here's a piece of the puzzle that really comes into play if you have a VA loan now and you're going to use it again. Okay, we'll get to the refinance section in a second, but this is where costs can really get expensive. Okay, if you're looking to use it over and over and over, if you keep refinancing and pulling out cash, there could be the potential of you paying, I think the last reading on the VA funding fee for multiple use is like 3.3%. So they're going to charge you, the VA is going to charge you 3.3% of the loan amount as basically insurance cost. Okay, so if it's a $300,000 loan, you're going to pay about $10,000 to the VA to insure your loan. And you've already used it before. And so be careful when you're going down that route. If you're looking to just do a refinance where you're trying to just get a lower rate, we can love to help you on those. And those have discounted points and fees and everything else. But this one says, do you currently have a VA loan? I'm going to say in this one, we're looking to buy. I'm going to say no. Okay, I'm a veteran, never used my benefits before. Are you receiving VA disabilities? Now, here's another area that really comes into play. If your disabilities are high enough, you're exempt from all these fees. Remember, we just said the fee could be 3.3%. Well, if you have a disability high enough and you can check your certificate of eligibility, you might not have to pay any of these fees. You might not even have to pay like origination fees and some other fees from the lender side as well. And if your disability is big enough, you might be exempt from real estate taxes. So if you didn't know that, please check the state and the city that you live in. So do you believe you're exempt from funding fees? If you don't know, just put you don't know. But if you know, you probably know. So I'm going to say in this case, no, I am not. Are you a Purple Heart, active duty status? No, I'm not that either. So I'm going to click here. Now here's what it's saying. Okay, you're looking to buy a house, right? Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. Or maybe I want to do something different, but let's go down that path. So now what I want you to do is put in some of your financial data. I don't want your data. I'm not going to request your data because here's what I hate. You go into these websites and I'm like, I just want an idea what my payment would be. And the first thing you need is they need all your information so they can text and email you and call you. I don't want you guys to go through that, nor would I want to go through that. So you're going to go through all this and see where the numbers are and everything else. If you like it, you can reach out to me. So let's keep going. So this one, if you're looking to buy a VA home, I know this is a refinance, and we'll go to that in a second. It has to be your primary home. It has to be. Okay, that's what VA requires, it being your primary home. It'd be a single-family home. You can buy it all the way up to a 4-unit building. I don't know if you know that, with 0% down. Okay, go through here, your credit scores. Really, VA technically doesn't have a minimum score, but in your case, in my case, I'm going to say, I got pretty good credit. I got a 680 credit score. Okay, what's my income? I'm going to put in here, I make $8,500 a month. Other debt, I have a car payment and a credit card. It totals a total of my car payment's $450 and my credit card's say $650 a month. And through here, any other options, you want to put any other debt, you can skip through it. Just put, this is the debt that would be on your credit report. It's not your cell phone bills and your cable bills and things like that. This is everything that is on your credit. So if you have student loans, even if they're deferred, make sure you put in 0.5% of your balance as a payment. That's what's required on VA underwriting guidelines. So you put in those numbers, and then down through here, will all borrowers occupy the property? Yep, everybody in here. And are all borrowers eligible under VA rules? No, my wife isn't, but I am, so we'll just go with that. Click it, and your purchase scenario. So now I'm telling you that basically at this point, you're telling them you're a veteran, here's my status and so forth, and here's kind of my income and just my credit history. Now we're going to try to drive down and say, how much do you really qualify for? So you're going to tell it, okay, the estimated purchase price I'm looking for, well, let's keep it this, $500,000. Okay, in most parts of the country, that's a starter home, believe it or not. Down payment, you don't need any. VA loans don't require any money. So let's just skip through that. We're going to go through here, and let's say this one is in the city. It's 60623. That is downtown Chicago, Cook County. That's that. I'm a first-time home buyer, first-time use. Nothing else is really there. Let's go to the next step. Click it. Needs future reviews. The reason being is it's going to come down here and tell you, your debt ratio is a little too high. Okay, your debt ratio is 55%, a little bit high. Well, VA, believe it or not, they'll probably approve this loan. But what I want to make sure is you're comfortable and you can actually make those payments. So if you get a debt ratio over 50%, it's actually going to tell you, oh, slow down a little bit. You might qualify, but is it in the best interest of yourself? So that's what I want you to do. Then go down through here and you can tweak the numbers, do anything you want. And then if you like what you see, you can all the way down at the bottom. I know it's a long way down there. You can actually schedule a consultation with me and we can review your numbers. Okay, but what I wanted to talk to people today about is if you're a current homeowner, you're a veteran and you own your house, let's go back and look at your options to refinance. Because rates today, Alan just yelled across the room a little bit ago, said, dude, I just quoted a 599 rate. So let's get over and see what you guys might qualify for. So let's go all the way back to the beginning. We're going to go back here and say, okay, I have a VA loan. Okay, so this is most likely you're going to do what's called an IRRL. It's called an IRRRL. Okay, we won't what it actually means, but it's basically saying, okay, if you're a veteran, you have a VA loan, and you've never missed any payments in the last 6 months. Sometimes you can miss one payment in the last 12 months and still qualify for. We don't even really need to underwrite your loan. We basically say, okay, you qualify. Your credit scores are high enough. You've never missed a payment in the last year. We don't need an appraisal. We don't even need your income to qualify for this. It's basically the simplest program out there. Because think about it. You just give us the paperwork. We're going to say you're at 7.5 now. We're going to get you 599. We're just going to do the paperwork for you. Don't need an appraisal. Don't even need a income verification. Okay, but let's go down through here and say, okay, maybe I want some cash out. I bought my house a couple of years ago. The rate's not great. My house appreciated, and I'd like to pull out some cash. Okay, so let's go down to that avenue. You're going to go down through here, and we're going to say, I'm a veteran. Have you used their benefits before? Yes, I have, because this is a refinance. Do you currently have a VA loan? Yes, I do. Receiving disability? No, I am not. VA funding fee? No, and continue. So this is saying we want to go down the streamlined path. So let's just click through and say, here's the options that I have. So now it's going to give you some more questions down through here to basically go through, and this is going to guide you all the way down through what do you qualify or not. You can do this for a cash out. You can do this to figure out if you qualify for what that's called that IRRL. And so this is basically what I can help you with when it comes to all this stuff to see, do you qualify for, how do you qualify for, and how do you really proceed with these things. But the biggest thing I want you guys to understand is when it comes down to the fees. Okay, a lot of these companies come out and they'll just promise you, okay, they're going to sell you hard on the payment. If your lender is one telling you they're kind of representing the VA, please be leery. If they're completely pushing you on a time frame that this has to get done within 2-3 weeks, sometimes it's relevant if you've been kind of delaying on a lot of things. But most of the times, if you're getting a loan, it's a 30-day lock, and most of the times we can get your refinance done in plenty of time to meet those locks. So watch for those things. And watch when they try to fly through all these documents with you. What they're going to ask is you and your husband or wife or whoever your co-applicant is present. And they're just going to say, okay, here's where we're going to start. Let's go through all these bills with you. These bills they're killing you. They're tremendously high. So we need to refinance you over here. Look at this payment, your monthly savings. And that's all they're going to look at. They're going to fly through everything else. And then they're going to say, oh, it's built in. Well, don't pay $20,000, $30,000 in closing cost fees, folks. Please. Don't be taken advantage of. So those are the biggest pieces of the puzzle when it comes to VA lenders, because I've seen it. It also happens with FHA, because a lot of times they think you're stuck, or in regards to some of these companies over here, they kind of know they're at the top of the food chain. They spend billions of dollars on advertising, and you go to here, if you're in the Navy, you're going to go to one. If you're in the other, you're going to go to the other, and they push hard on these sales. And you think, okay, they're spending a lot of money on marketing. Well, they're going to have to charge a lot of fees to pick up that. And that's why a lot of those big lenders throughout our whole country, they advertise a lot. If you know their names, that means they're spending a lot of money on advertising. So their rates might be okay, but please check the fees. So thanks again for Jennifer for exposing this stuff. So let's get over to how I might be able to help you. So if you're a veteran out there and you need some help, okay, if you're trying to figure out, can I buy a house? Can I refinance? My tool will be ready probably by Friday. It should be launched for you guys to use. I just wanted to give you a brief demo of what I'm working on and specifically the whys behind it. We're completely transparent. So if you need any help from basically the application, the keys in your hand, or you're just looking to refinance to save some money, please be careful on this. Here's a couple ways I can help you out. If you're a homeowner right now and you're just like, Dan, I'd love to track rates or some of this stuff, I'll check out your website. But here's what I'd like you to do, though. See that Rate Watch 2.2 up through there? That's for homeowners. Okay, what I want homeowners to do is plug in your mortgage information there. We don't sell it. You're not going to get calls from 50 different places. I track this. We've had over 250 people trigger when rates went about 6.25. When they went to 5.9, it was crazy. And I apologize. I dropped the ball on a lot of you guys. I promise I won't do it again. So if you would put your information up through there, that's going to ask you two things: at what rate you'd like to refinance. I'll call you, text you, and email you when it hits there. And how much of a monthly savings would you like? So what happened was we had people, they'd have a rate at 7.99. They're like, Dan, when it gets to 4, call me. I'm like, dude, they're never going to get to 4. So people were just sitting there and they never got a call. But they were saving. They could have saved $300, $400, $500. Our average person was 1.3 reduction in rate, and the savings was, I think, like $530. So are you missing out on those things? Check it out, folks. There's no hard pressure sales here. We're just here to answer your questions. And what I'm trying to do is, I'm kind of like you probably. I want calling people and then getting the whole sales pitch and all that bullshit. So I just want to go over here and plug in my information, see what I qualify for. And if it's something I like, I'll move forward and go, okay, what's the next steps we need to do? And that's exactly what I'm trying to help you do with what I'm building out right through now. So what we're worked on so far, if you're looking to consolidate some bills, we have calculators for that. But if you're a veteran, you realize you can go up to 100% financing and pay off those bills. Might not be a wise idea, but if you're paying credit cards at 24%, maybe you can get a rate at 5 or 6%. We're not looking to put you in any more debt. We're actually trying to make you a good steward of your money. So let's get over to any questions that you guys might have. Any military out there, let me know. If you're a realtor, loan officer, if you're a veteran out there, give me a thumbs up. I didn't earn the hurrah. So that's up to you. That's you guys. I don't want to do that with any disrespect. And so I'm just going to say, thank you. That's all I want to say there. But yeah, reach out to us. All our links are down below. We'd love to help you with that. If you're looking to buy, we started a one-time close construction loan. We have those available. We have the first one going through right now. Once that goes through and we have it, pinned down, I'll be doing videos on that because there's still people building. I'm in the suburbs of Chicago. Man, they're building like crazy out here. I went out, drove about an hour west last night for dinner. They're building everywhere. So let's keep going down through here. Track your mortgage rates. I don't know if you guys know, but I can track your rates over through there. What else do we do over here? Oh, here's the last thing I want to tell you guys. If you go to my website, if you got a quote, you're like, Dan, can you check out and see if I'm getting hosed on this thing? Right up through here. Okay, this is the loan estimate review. I'm going to start adding it some of my other content because what I want you to do is, if you're going to shop around, please do. Okay, make me the last place. Okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to automatically search over 30 different lenders, almost 40 different lenders for you. So what I want you to do is all your due diligence, send me your best offer. If I can beat it, if I can beat the rate, and I can beat the fees, because we're fee conscious here, I'm hoping to win your business. Okay, that's all. I'm looking to try to get these people that are really hosing you, maybe either drop their profits, and they're not going to go out of business, but maybe make it a little bit tougher on them that they can actually get back in the atmosphere of helping people instead of trying to help their bottom line. So that's it for today, folks. I'm not here to sell you on buying a house. I'm not here to sell you on refinancing. My goal, my whole being, wants you to just get educated. And then once you understand how all this works, hopefully, if you need to refinance and it makes sense, or you're looking to buy, hopefully use me. I'm licensed in all 50 states as well as Puerto Rico. My slogan's one application, one credit pool. I'm going to compare your loan to almost 40 different lenders. So what I ask you to do is do all your due diligence up front. Upload your loan estimate rate in here. And again, don't go back to them and go back and forth. I'm not a car salesman here. I'm just saying, okay, I'm here to help you out. So if you need help, reach out to us right through there. I know we don't have a huge audience today. I didn't do a great job promoting this thing. But folks, this is, I'm out here for you veterans out there. And again, that was my dad's patch that he got. I think my daughter might have made that for him. But he was Veteran of the Year in 2019. He was in the county that I lived, and he was one of the loans. I think he was only one of 2 veterans of his time, left at that time. So it was pretty awesome. Okay, so we got that's the Rate Watch 2.2. That's for those out there that'll want to track their rates for them. Jennifer, thank you. Thank you for exposing some of this stuff and doing what you do on a daily basis. Our app, please pay attention to our YouTube channel over there and even down below. But if you're using some of these lenders out here through here, please be careful, because they have, I know the techniques they teach their salespeople, and they do a pretty darn good job of it, because if you look at their numbers, they're blowing the numbers away. So make sure next time when you're out there and you're looking for a mortgage, I hope you think of me, because my name is Dan Frio. I'm the host of the Rate Update. I'm also a licensed mortgage loan officer in all 50 states, as well as Puerto Rico. Love to be able to help you out if you're navigating home ownership. My slogan, like I said before, is one application, one credit pool. I'm going to compare your loan with almost 40 different lenders. Love to help you out. Other than that, folks, have a fantastic day. Be safe out there. God bless. And if your mom or dad is around, give them a call and say thanks and you love them, because you don't know if they're going to be here tomorrow.